Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we discussed about the important concept called matter and pattern example here. The pattern related example basically what exactly we are going to do here. Like here, using this particular pattern dot compile, we are trying to create a regular expression. So the same regular expression we are going to match with help of this particular pattern dot match. And here we discuss about the matches method and find the method we discussed, and we discuss about the group method. Okay, so once this particular Java.find method will return, it will try to return the group of this particular object. Okay, so now we try to continue the continuation of this particular the same pattern example here. Okay, so now what we need to understand is, now what exactly we need to understand is here, what about this particular compile, the regular expression we are going to provide, the main regular expression it is going to play very important role. Okay, now we discuss about the dot and the slash, question mark and the star here. So what exactly these are the symbols which is going to be used under this particular pattern. Now today we will try to analyze another important concept to come A to Z. So A to Z related example we already discussed it, but one more time I am trying to explain here. So here what I am doing is simply I am trying to provide a small A to Z. Small A to Z. And here what I am trying to do here, so simply, so this is the text. This is the text. So what exactly it will do? Within this particular range, it will try to print this. So now here we need to understand. Now what exactly we are doing is, here we are trying to call this particular Java.find method, and once we call this particular find method, here we are trying to print this particular group, Java.group. And so what exactly we need to understand here? Basically, so whatever we are expecting, it should print this as a group of records, like as a voice string. Like this is, we'll call it as a one word, and this is the one word, and this is the one word. Like we are expecting to print it here. Now here what I am doing is, so here I am going to do the place. So now if you observe the difference here, earlier without this particular place what we did, so simply each and every character we print. So now whenever I am trying to add this particular place here, so now you can see this is the hidden. So we need to understand the place here. So what exactly the place will do now? Here the place basically it will try to provide the important information called, it will add the one or more images or one or more characters. Okay, so the main table, whatever the table we discussed in the earlier days, so the particular table, this is very important we need to understand. So what exactly the particular table will do now? Here, so this particular table will give you the much important. So place here it is going to match one or more. So what about this particular star here? The star will match 0 or more. It will match 0 or more. So another important section here, question mark here. So 0 or 1. Okay. So these are the three important. And here, so dot, another important call is the dot. So dot basically what it will do? It will try to connect it to any character. Okay. So dot will connect it to any character. And another important section, range. So range. So this particular range will try to work with the high pass. range will try to work with the height. Okay. So these are the main important features we need to understand under this particular regular expression. Okay, now you can see. So whenever I'm adding the place, so it is trying to print as a single word here. Whenever I'm removing this particular place here, what exactly it is doing here? It is trying to print as a each character. It is trying to print as a each character. Okay, so this is what we need to understand. So another important section we discussed here in the previous example. So what exactly the another important section is that I'm going to use a replace all. What exactly the replace all method will be now. Let me show you the another example of this. So I will create the one more class here because the same class is available. Okay, so string str, what I'm doing is here I'm going to create a one message. So John, Jonathan, and Frank, these are the person names. Okay, and here pattern I'm trying to take. So this is the pattern. Now here pattern dot compile. Pattern dot compile here. I'm trying to provide here John. After that I'm trying to give the dot. Huh? And after that I'm going to give the question mark, sorry, star, and I'm going to give the question mark. So this is the space I'm trying to give. Lastly I'm giving the space. Pattern dot matches. Here I'm going to pass the str. After this, if I'm going to print this particular so this is the original sequence. After that, what I'm doing is I'm trying to call the one of the important call replace all. So what exactly the replace method is doing now? Here I'm trying to add a message. Here I'm trying to add the replace method is expecting one parameter. Now I'm trying to add this particular parameter. Now after that, so this is the same modified sequence. Okay, this is a modified sequence and time. So now you can see what is the message we are getting. Now here, wherever we are having this particular John, basically it should replace with this particular Eric. It should replace with this particular Eric. So but here, what happening here? What happening? It is not able to replace it. Okay. So here, after the John, what we did, we given the dot any character. So star, what exactly it will do? It will try to work as a it will try work as a the 0 or more and 0 or 1. So from first it will take 0 or more, so something like John, Jonathan it will take, and we are giving the space here. So it will try to work up to this particular space. Now here, I'm going to give this particular when the refuse is not moving. Okay, first we see this particular match is finding or not. Now here, so just I want to print the matter dot group. So we'll see how it is printing, so that we can work on this particular expression with. Okay, so now if you observe, it is not matching this particular, it is not matching the particular compiler and master. Because of this, that is unable to find this one. So let me, without space, will print this. Okay, so now it is matching. Whenever it is matching, the replace one, it should work basically. Okay, so what I am trying to explain basically here, the modified sequence basically, it should update it. It should update it. In case of this particular John, now here, this is the first of this particular, array, and so second also it will try to work as this particular array. Now here, so basically whenever we are trying to work with this particular replace here, we are not initializing into this particular variable. So now here it should work with this. So if I'm going to print this example, only the first one which will appear. Now here you can see. So what we did basically here, whenever it is replacing, we need to initialize into the one variable. Okay, so that is we did not do. So that we did not. So it is expecting to be into this particular whatever the result is. Okay, so what we need to understand this particular replace also. So basically, whenever we are trying to work with this particular regular expression based on this particular matcher, so the based on the matcher, whatever we are going to get here, so that is we are trying to replace it. Okay, so if I am going to give the space here, what exactly it will print here? So instead of John, now the two important words are going to be modified. Okay, so John and Jonathan, and here it is trying to update these two. Okay, so any questions regarding this replace object? Okay, now we'll work as a split figure. So we'll go for the split here. Under this particular same regular expression, so we need to work as a split. Now we'll see this particular split how it is going to be used. So the regular expression within this particular bracket, comma I'm trying to give, the dot I'm trying to give, and so this is the exclamation mark I'm trying to use it. Now after that, what I'm doing is, so here pattern dot split, pattern dot split. So what we are doing is 1, 2, okay. So these are the some information I'm trying to add. So we'll see how it is going to be split here. So this is, it will try to split into this particular string array here, and we'll try to print this particular each and every character. Now here you can see what we are doing basically. Here 1 and 2 we are getting. After that we are getting the space and also 9, 12, because here we are having the exclamation mark, so it is trying to split here. After that, then again we are trying to give as a dot. So after the dot, if you give something like a T, the T also will come as a different line. Now you can see the T is coming as the next line. Why it is coming like this? Because here, based on this particular symbol. So first symbol, space between. Second one is comma. Third one is dot. So like we given these are the symbols. Based on this particular symbol, what happens internally? It is trying to split this particular worksheet. Okay. So now here you can see what I am trying to. So see this particular thing. 1, 2 space we are getting, and here also 9, 12 dot. So done and 3. So these are the words are split based on this particular symbol. So this is also important here. So using this particular pattern, if we want to split here, we'll try to split this particular important relation. So any questions? So these are the important the regular expression discussed here. So this regular expression basically it is going to be played very important role in our real-time applications. Okay. So now we'll see. So what are the different type of regular expressions we are having? So instead of giving this, one more example. Let's see. Here, so what we can identify basically, here we need to understand the pattern. I'm not giving any the particular symbol. So simply I'm trying to give as a message like something like whatever we discussed here, technology. So just I'm trying to give as a tech here. And here after this, what exactly we are going to do here? Here we are going to provide the pattern dot match. Here I'm trying to give as a technology activity. So this is the match. Now what I'm doing here? So simply here I'm going to print the technology dot match. Technology dot match. So what exactly it will do now here? So false we are getting. Okay. So false we are getting. So why we are getting the false here? Because here it is not matching. Why it is not matching? Here we given the 4 characters, but here it is expecting little bit more. So this matches. It will try to print as is false. So second one, technology dot group identity. If I'm trying to print to this particular group, what happens? Now you can see no such thing. So we are getting a illegal data. So the group directly we cannot use. So how we can use? With help from the find we can use. Okay. But here, So instead of using the find into this particular group matches, what is the another way is simply you can use the technology dot pattern. Technology dot pattern. Now what happens here? If I'm trying to use this particular pattern, now we are getting a same thing. Okay, but this how we are getting with help of this particular matcher. So from the pattern, now we are getting the matcher. From the matcher, again we are trying to get this particular pattern object. So this is the way of getting the object from pattern to matcher, matcher to pattern, matcher to pattern. Okay, so this is the way we can get the different type of objects. This pattern we already discussed it. It will try to print as a pattern object. It will try to print as a pattern object. So the same pattern now we are trying to print it using this particular printer. But here, whatever the object we provided, the same object we are getting. So if we want to get the pattern related object here, we can use it. Okay. So these are the important different type of example we discussed regarding this particular regular expressions here and reflection API. So basically the reflection API which is going to be used when we are trying to work with the Java beans. But as of now, we are not going to work with any Java beans. So simple understanding here. So we'll try to identify the reflection API example. Basically, the reflection API, what exactly it will provide you? It will try to provide you analyzing the particular class related information, method related information, constructor related information. Okay, and the reflection API, it is available under the package called java.lang.reflect. Okay, and we see what are the classes and constructors and the interfaces, what is the information we are having regarding on this particular reflection. Now, so to understand this, now what we can do under the same regular expression package, I'm trying to create one example. So this reflection, it is not going to be used more in the real-time application because we are not working with the Java beans. Okay, so just understanding of this particular reflection, we'll try to have one example on this. So reflection API basically will give you the information about the particular class. Okay, so how we can analyze it? So what are the information we are having? So to find out the constructor, we are having a constructor. So methods we are having, field related information we are having, parameter related information we are having. So these are the different type of methods we are having to get the particular information. So understand this particular example, you will have some idea. So what exactly the reflection it is going to be working. So this is a reflection demo one, and now what I'm doing is here. So here just I want to find out the class and class dot public. And here what I'm doing is I'm trying to provide the particular name of the class. So what is the name of the class I'm trying to find out is. So here what we are doing basically, I want to print the constructors and fields and methods of this particular one predefined class. What is the predefined class I'm trying to use here? Here I'm trying to use java.awt and here so dimension class I'm trying. Okay, so this dimension class information I'm trying to set. Okay, so now you can see we are getting an exception class not found. I'm adding a primary catch block. After that, what I'm doing is, so I want to print the constructor. I want to print to the constructor. So how I am trying to print to the constructor? Here a class dot get constructor. Okay, so get constructor. Now here we are getting the constructor. So constructor basically it is a, you can see public final class constructor. Okay, and same way this class we already discussed. In the initial days only we discussed this particular class. So using this particular class, what we are doing is we are providing the java.awt one dimension class. Now I'm trying to load the constructor of the particular class here, and after that, so I want to print this particular each and every constructor. And how I'm trying to print the constructor here. So this is the constructor. Okay. So now I'm trying to call the constructor. So it will try to print the constructor. This is the constructor is expecting one parameter constructor, default constructor, and integer related two parameters. Okay. So now after this, if you want to find out the fields here, like fields means so if you want to find out the variable related information, so how I'm trying to print this here. So we'll call it as a field here, and here a class dot get field here. So field again we are getting one more here, and again it is a array type. Now what we can do? So simply so here I'm trying to print the field here. I can see. So these are the width is the one and height is the three means one variable. So width is the one variable, height is the one more variable. Okay. Now to find out the method, find out the method. Now what we will do basically again. Method. So this is a method. In the dimension class, what are the constructors we are having, what are the variables we are having, and what are the methods we are having. So now you can see these are the constructors, these are the variables, and these are the methods. So really this particular class is having this much here. Now we'll see now. Here what I'm doing is this is the dimension class here. Now go to the dimension class. You can see width and height. So these are the two fields we are having. Now this is the static block here. Now you can see default constructor, parameters constructor, and one more two parameter constructor. So say we are getting the three constructors. We are getting the three constructors, and these are the methods. So where we are adding this here, you can see width and height. Getting that. So this is the way we can get the information about this particular class. Okay. So using this particular methods and fields and constructors, we can analyze the class, what exactly the class is going to do. Getting that. So instead of coming and identifying the internal implementation of this particular class here, what we can do? So simply here we can provide the particular class with full packaging. Then we can get the all the information. constructor, method, variable related, all the information we can check it here. So this is the reflection related, the methods and classes are available. Now go to this particular constructor where we are having java.lang.reflect. So same way, if you go to the field, java.lang.reflect. Now go to the method here, java.lang.reflect. Okay. So in the reflective package, we are having lot of information. So now you can see these are the reflective package and these are the basic information we are having. These many the particular classes interfaces we are having under this particular reflection API. So is it clear? Okay. And here another important, basically here we are having some boolean related methods we are having. So what exactly the boolean related methods of this is going to be provided? Here we need to understand the so whenever we are getting this particular, let's say I am getting the constructor. Here I am trying to get the constructor. So now here what I am doing is con dot so this particular constructor is a varchar constructor or not, we can check. Okay, this particular constructor, it is a varchar constructor. So varchar means we can pass dynamically how many parameters we want to pass. So same way, if you go to the fields level, here you can see it is basically the field is a enum constant count, you can see. Okay, enum constant means the field sometimes we are trying to declare as a enum related variables. So same way, if you go to the methods here, so these are the some boolean methods you can say. Method dot, so here you can see default method, or it is a public method, or it is private method. So we can check here. So these are the some boolean parameters we are having. So the boolean related parameters, basically it will try to provide the whether it is a public method, private method, so default method, whether the fields are is the enum constant, it will just simply return the true or false. If it is the respective method is having same information, it will become true. Otherwise, it will become false. Okay. So same way, if you want to work with this particular, all the information, the method related information, constructor related information, what we can do? So simply here, okay, after we get particular method, now what I am doing is here I am going to provide the get to declare method or declare field. Okay, so now here I am going to work with the methods. Okay, these are the declare methods. Now after this, what I am doing here, or else I think here only we can work here. Method dot get to modify. So these are the modifiers we are going. Okay, and here what we can do here simply modifier dot is public or whatever the method. Here you can see how many methods we are having this. So these are the methods. All the methods now it will try to provide the boolean either true or false. Okay, so if you want to check the particular methods are public or the public the particular methods are the final hidden. So whatever the the condition we want to make it, we can make it. So now you can see public we are having, abstract we are having, final we are having, static we are having, interface, native, protected, public. So each and every method we are having, we can check. So simply I want to check this public, I will provide the modifier. I will provide the modifier. If yes, so we will get this particular println message. So otherwise, we will not get this particular println message. Okay. So here, so before going to print these many, here I want to print to the size method dot size, or we can go for the length method dot length. So what we can understand here, what we can understand this particular method dot length here, how many we are trying to print is 17. So totally 17 methods we are having under this particular dimension, and all the dimensions are public methods. So here you can see all are public methods. So now instead of setting this particular public, so E is static. Okay, so E is static. Just I'm trying to check E is static is equal. Now you can see 17 methods, the number it is printing, but after that, so no methods are printing. Why? Because all the methods are not static. All are non-static methods. So we need to work with the object. Once object is created, then only we try to work with this particular each and every method. Okay. So same way, you can check this E is final. E is final. So now you can see, so these methods are final. These methods are final methods. So these are the important ways we can work with this particular reflection engine. So any question? Okay. So now here these are the information we discussed regarding this particular reflection API. And another important section we need to understand the date format class. So what exactly the date format classes are going to be used. So to understand this particular date format here, now what I will do, we already discussed some of the date examples, but whatever currently we are trying to discuss it, so these dates are coming from the different packages. Okay, so now where we are having date related package, okay, so maybe we don't have the package, we create a package for something like this. So text to that. So this is the package I created. One class we can work with. Okay, so date format. Now this date format basically, so which package we are trying to discuss it. Let's say if I'm trying to work with the date, now here you can see java.util. Java.util. So java.util related, the dates we already discussed. Calendar related, the example we already discussed in the previous session. But this particular date basically it will come as a different package. Now we see what is the package we are going to get. And here first I am going to use the date here. I created the date. After that, what I am doing here, so date format. So the date format is coming from the java.text package. So here you can see java.text package. Okay, so far we did not discuss this particular date format. Now I am declaring this particular date format. After this, what I am doing is here date format dot get to date instance. Okay, so now here what I will do, date format. I am trying to initialize into this particular variable called date format. And after this, so what happens is, if I am going to print this particular date format, I am going to print this particular date format. So it is a simple date format. What is an object we are getting here? We are trying to get the simple date format object. Now here, so this is one of the abstract class of this particular date format here, and internally we are working on the implementation class. What is the implementation class? So this one, simple date format is one of the implementation of this particular date format. But here, now what I want to do, here I want to do the format. Here I want to do the format. So here, how it is going to be format the date? How it is going to be format the date? So by default, this is the format, default format. So October 31st, 2020. Okay, and what we can understand here, what we can understand basically, if I'm going to change the date instance of this particular format. So now you can see date format dot. I'm trying to call the enum, like the static variable or enum related, the variable I'm trying to call here. So date format. Here, now what I'm providing here, I want to provide the short here. The date I want to make as a short here, and here the locale I want to work with a different locale. So we already identified English local by default it will provide you, but I want to work as a Japan related you can take. So randomly I'm checking here, and after that you can print the now you can see. So 2023 is the year, 10 is the month, and date is the 31st. So this is the one format. Okay, so this is a one format. The second one, if I'm going to take as a long within this particular same Japan, now I'm trying to print the long. So now you can see these are the language related symbols we are getting. Okay, so by default, so one more we can work with. So instead of working with this particular Japan, now here I'm going to work with the US. Here I'm going to work with the US. So let me change here US, short and long. Short and long. Now you can see these are the two Japan related, and this is the short and this is the long. Okay, so now we are getting as a October 31st, 2023. Now if you want to work with the UK related, so let me go for the medium, and we can go for the UK. These are the different date format we are having. These are the different formats we are going to have. So you can print whatever the format we want to print. So we are going to have different type of locale and different type of formats we are having. Like we are having short we observe, long we observe, medium we observe, and we have a one more, so something like a full last. Instead of this particular long, I'm going to print this particular. Now you can see, so it is trying to print with the date, day with the date we are able to see when we are trying to work with this particular folder. Okay, so now you can see, so these are the different type of date format we are having, and after that we are having different locales. So the locale we already discussed in the previous example when we are trying to work with the java.util.related dates. So the same locale now I'm trying to use. Okay, so this is the static variable we use here, and internally it is trying to use the language code, country code, language code, country code, language code, and country code. So these are the different type of date format we can use when we are trying to convert the format of this particular data. Okay, so is it clear? No. And so another important section basically, so simple date format. So what we observe here, whenever we are trying to create the object of this particular date format, we are going to get the simple date format. Simple date format. Now, here I am going to create one more example here. One more class we are taking. After that, we will go to the one more example. And here, so this is a simple date format which is coming from the java.text package. So simple date format. Now, if I'm trying to work with this particular simple date format without providing the specific format, now what happens? Okay, if I show you this particular class, now you can see public class simple date format which is extending from the date format. So just now we discussed it, the date format is the abstract class. Okay, so we'll see the different type of example here. Now, after this particular simple date format object creation, what I'm doing is I'm trying to print the method set. I'm trying to print the particular method. So now copy the same date here. Okay, the date I copied here, and after the date format dot format. Date format dot format. So we'll go for the date. Okay, so what we can do? Print it. By default, with the help of this particular simple date format, now what exactly we do now? Okay, so this is a simple date format default to the format language. This is a simple default to the format language. So if you are not interested, this particular format here, what we can do? Make as a format to date to format to and date to. But here, what I'm doing is I'm trying to provide hours, minutes, and seconds. Hours, minutes, and seconds. So this is the second date format. Now you can see the first one we are getting this calendar time, calendar date, month, year, and the time also. And the second one, what I did, so just I'm trying to get in the hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so third one. So third one, what I'm doing is after this particular second, we'll go for the first one. So db. Okay, so this is a bye-bye. And after this particular second, so milliseconds of time I'm trying to print it. So this is a different format. Now you can see, so date we are getting, month we are getting, I think the month I given as a 3. Okay, so what is the word we are getting? 460. So now if I'm going to change to, okay, this is the number, 10, and this is the year. So if you are interested here, you can make as a 4 or you can make as a 2 white. And here the triple Z basically what is providing? Time. This is basically it is trying to provide as a timer. So these are the different format we can provide. So another important format here, and here I want to get month in the October and day and year. So this is I'm going to make as a fourth format. Okay. So these are the four different formats we are trying to discuss. So now you can see. So today is a day called Tuesday, and October is the month, date is the 31st, and year is the 20th. So whatever the way we want to use the format here, we can use this particular format here. Okay. So normally, whenever I'm trying to print the date, how it is going to print. Normally, the last println statement we can understand here how it is printing. So this is printing day, month, date, time, like hour, minutes, seconds, and time zone, and year. So this is the by default the day it is going to print. If you are not interested in this particular format, you can use these are the different classes that you can make the format, whatever the format you want to use. Okay. So same way we are having format related, zone related, local related, and the country related. Okay. And if you want to print the medium, length, full, so we are having different type of format we can use. So these are the date and time related classes. And in the 1.8, so what are the different APIs are introduced? In the 1.8, what are the different APIs are introduced? So the first one is java.time. Currently we are discussing java.text. Okay, so now java.time related package is introduced first. So java.time I'll give it and again main method. Now one package is java.time, second one is format, third one is zone. Like we are having different packages we are having. So we'll see the important classes. The first one is local data. Local data. So now you can see. So locale is coming from the java.util, local date time which is coming from the java.time, and the local date is coming from the java.time, and the local time also is coming from the java.time. Now if I'm opening any class, here you can see which is coming from the 1.8. Which is coming from the 1.8. This particular package itself it is added in the 1.8. So if you want to work with the local date time, you can work. If you want to work with only local date, you can work with the local date. If you are trying to work with only local time, you can work with the local time. So these are the three different classes we are having. But how we are going to get the time here? Now we'll get the important method called now. This particular method, it will try to print the local date. Local date and time we are going to print. Now here you can see year, month, date, time, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. So everything we are getting when we are trying to work with the local date and time. And the same way, local time. Local time dot now. So this is a local time. Okay. And so another one is local date. This is local date. Now the first one is it is included as time and date. Second one only for the time. Third one is only for date. So now you can see this is time. This is good. And the first one is time and date. This is the way we can work with this particular local date and time. Okay. So again, if you want to do the some format here, now what we can do? We can do the format. Okay. So we can do the same format. So what is the format we are having? The same java.text the date format we can use. We can format this particular date. So let's say, so this is the format we are having, local date and time. Now what I will do, here I am going to call this format. So now what is expecting? Date time format. Okay, it is expecting the date time format. Now here what we can do, date time format. What is the format time we want to use? Like you can see ISO time, so whatever you are interested. So currently, if I'm going to take this, now you can comment on the time and the date part, so we can print this. So this is the ISO time. Here we are trying to provide ISO date. So only the date is printed. So like we are having, and another one is now dot format is, so date time format here. So I am going to provide. So you can work with whatever the format you want to use. And here I am calling the localized date time or localized time or localized whatever you are interested. So I am going to take as a date. I am going to take as a date. Now here what is expected? Format style it is expected. So I want to give as a full. The format style I want to give as a full. So this is a one more printer statement. Now this is the full date. So for whatever we discussed, so same it is applicable. Full, medium, small, and large. So this is the one way of printing the ISO time too. And by calling the localized time, localized date and time, you can provide the particular specified format. So that is also, it will print this particular time zone. Okay. Now here, what are the characters we use? So why we use? So what exactly the y indicating? Yes. So S we use it, seconds. Okay. M we use minutes. And this small m basically it is using for the minute, and this particular capital M it is going to be used for the month here. And here we are trying to use hour. So this capital H basically 24 hours. Small h basically 12 hours. Okay. The time zone it is going to be specified when you are providing the capital H, it will work as a 24 hours. Small h it will work as a 2 hours. And we discussed about the E, the particular E in the day in a week. So what is the current day in a week? So something like we can specify day in a week here. Okay. And so D views this. D views. So this is something specifying it this. Okay. And we are having, so one more important one is AMP. AMP, but it is applicable only this particular 12 hours. Like we can specify the A. The A basically it will give you it is a AM or it is a PM. So these are the specific characters we are going to specify whenever we are trying to work with this particular time format. So these are the each and every the particular character we already used in the format example here. So still any questions regarding this particular format or example? Okay. So these are the important examples we discussed here. So mostly I'm expecting all the features are completed. Now I'll review one more time. If any feature is pending, we'll continue tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll start the important example on the string related example. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow.